The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
Race fans, get ready for Chase to the Checkered. As the season approaches its twilight, the points races in most divisions are getting tight. And this means the action is heating up as our local drivers strive to win the championship. And we've got all the highlights. So try to contain your enthusiasm. Just sit back and relax, because Chase to the Checkered starts now.
Hi, I'm Guy and Maxine Gregg from New Kensington, Pennsylvania, race fans.
Start your engine.
What?
Start your engine.
Oh, start your engine.
Yeah, you have to say race fans, start your engine.
Why did you say that in the beginning?
Hi, this is Max and Guy Gregg from New Kensington, race fans. Start your engines.
Race fans, welcome back to Chase to the Checkered. We get this week's C2C rolling with a record-breaking feature of the Jennerstown Speedway Street Stocks. The front of the pack rode door-to-door for the first 3 laps of the race. But that would change in a hurry as number 76 Billy Mossdaller, number 75 June Wyant, and number 74 Jason Holder make a huge mess in turns 3 and 4. Watch the C2C second look. Current points leader number 0, Dink Colarusso, who was riding 5th, got through the mess by less than a hair. We're not sure if it was his lucky penny or his lucky shirt, but Dink made it through without a scratch. On the restart, number 75 June Wyant, with a slightly modified trunk lid thanks to the wreck, was in the lead. But Colarusso was charging and got by number 35 Bill Ashton for second going into turn 3. The following lap, Wyant tried to keep the 0 at bay, but Colarusso powered by him, taking the lead 6 laps into the feature. On lap 14, Colarusso's lead vanished under the yellow flag, brought out by an incident involving number 99 Jason Fritz, number 9 Joe Nicola, and others in turn 1. Dink fended off June Wyant on the restart and retook the race lead. Number 0, Dink Colarusso, needed one more trip to victory lane to break Jennerstown Speedway's record of 10 consecutive wins, and he got it in grand style. Dink Colarusso won the Jennerstown Speedway Street Stock feature. This was the record-breaking 11th consecutive in a total of 13 wins for the pride of West Mifflin in 2003.
Boy, I don't want to sound arrogant here, but the record was an added bonus to something we started in April. I have finished second in the points race 2 years in a row. Our goal was no DNFs, no do not starts, and finish every race, be consistent, and see if we can win a championship. That's my main goal. The other things have been, I don't want to say second best because it's great to have a record, but the way we thought about going into the season has got us to this point, staying focused.
Dink was followed by Bill Ashton, June Wyant, Jason Holder, and Roger Onstad in the top 5 finishers of the feature. While number 33 Jeff Petrini finished second, it was discovered during post-race inspection that he was racing with an unapproved carburetor and was moved to last place. Colarusso moved another step closer to his goal of the Street Stock Division Championship. He's now 48 points ahead of second place Roger Onstad. Jason Holder, Billy Mossdaller, and Josh Dunmeyer round out the top 5 in points in the Jennerstown Speedway Street Stocks. Now, on to the highlights of the Jennerstown Speedway Charger feature. Number 74, Phil Haas Grubbs, shot out with the lead early on. But number 27, Greg Preisner, was weaving his way through the pack. He got by number 22, Dwayne Knoll, just past the halfway point of the race. 2 laps later, Praisner got by the 0-2 of Mike Stevens for second and had Haas firmly in his crosshairs. The two rode wheel to wheel right up to the checkered, with Greg Praisner leaning ahead for the win. Let's take a C2C second look at that one. Praisner used the high line and got the win by half a car. This was the 6th win in 13 races at Jennerstown for Greg Praisner.
For some reason, this car loves the high side, but I got to learn how to drive it up there, and I think I'm starting to get all right at it. That wall comes off awful quick for you coming out of the corner.
We just took and got a little conservative, and it bit me, you know. But I mean, my hat's off to all these guys. Every week, you don't know who's going to win. It's just get it in there, get the car to work, and do the best you can.
Praisner and Grubbs were followed by Mike Stevens, Dwayne Knoll, and Chantal Germick in the top 5 finishers.
I was in front for all them weeks, and now that Greg pulled 4 points ahead of me, I mean, we still got 5 races left in the season. You know, everyone thinks about points. I came out this year for Rookie of the Year. That's all I wanted. You know, that's all still I want. Hey, if I win the points, it happens. But, you know, we got 5 more weeks. Something could happen to any one of us.
Actually, Chantal, Greg Praisner isn't even that far ahead. The level green Pennsylvania driver now leads the division by just 2 points. Haas Grubbs, Mike Stevens, and Dwayne Knoll round out the rest of the top 5 Charger point getters. Coming up on C2C, we've got the highlights from 4 more feature races to cover, including the Tommy Gale Hallmark Trailers Pro Trucks and the Rolling Rock Late models. But before we get to that, let's see if you can fill in the gap. Presented by GapGuard.com. If you own a pickup truck, you gotta get to GapGuard.com. Let's see if you've been paying attention to C2C throughout the season. Who is the only driver to beat Dink Colarusso in 2003? Is it Roger Onstad, Billy Mostaller, Todd Knight, or June Wyant? We'll have the answer later on Chase to the Checkered. We'll be right back after these words from some of C2C's sponsors. Race fans, C2C is back with the open wheel excitement of the Jennerstown Speedway Modifieds. Number 42, racing Jason Bush, and number 31, Matt Smith, rode wheel to wheel for the lead early on. But Mike Bacalon, in a different-looking number 1, rode up and joined the fight. 2 laps later, number 60, Bob Bench Jr. had replaced Matt Smith and was challenging for the front. As he and Bush moved ahead on lap 6, Mike Bacalon got turned around and into the inside retaining wall he went. More bad luck in 2003 for the number 1. On the restart, number 37, Paul Urso, was back in 3rd and trying to catch up to Bentz for the lead. But he got sideways out of turn 3 and was clipped by number 45, Bernie McQuillan, cutting his race short. Bob Bench Jr. held on to the lead after the restart and won the modified feature at Jennerstown Speedway.
Well, if we'd get some cars up here, I'm sure I wouldn't have 7 wins, but we just can't seem to get those guys to come up here. It's a shame because this is a great place to race.
Benz was followed by Matt Smith, Jason Bush, George Nicola, and Brian Stevenson in the top 5. Paul Urso finished 6th in the feature.
Yeah, I thought I did have a break. I thought I was going to win the race and put him away and cruise the rest of the season, but didn't work out. It's going to be a battle.
I think we can work with this car, and I'm hoping to win a couple more races 40 years on. But we'll have to see. That 60 car is pretty fast.
Paul Urso held on to his lead in the points by just 8 points over Mike Bacalon. Matt Smith, Jason Bush, and Brian Stevenson round out the top 5 in Jennerstown Speedway Modified Division points. In the men's enduro feature. It was once again Greg Lohr taking home the trophy.
It gets a little exciting up there front, and you can kind of see what people are going to do there and let them do their thing for a couple laps and then just work your way up through as you can.
Rick Smith, Corey Snowberger, Bob Enos, and Larry Miller joined Greg Lohr in the men's enduro top 5 finishers. Now, the fender-rattling action of the Tommy Gale Hallmark Trailers Pro Trucks. When the green dropped, number 96 Todd Price took off with the lead, with number 8 Marion Reno Jr. in tow. Points leader number 97 Jason Lasky was trying to get by number 20 Josh Kokenauer for third. The Route 219 rivalry was in effect on lap 16 as Kokenauer and Lasky and number 41 Derek Wink were spun out of turn 4. Wink limped into the pits, as did Lasky, and his team went to work. Kokenauer did a quick stop and go and was back out in the race. Todd Price picked right up where he left off before the caution. He led every lap in the race and went on to win the Tommy Gale Hallmark Trailers Pro Truck feature. This was the Allen Bank driver's 5th win of 2003.
You always look for more speed, and sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards, and we just couldn't find anything else the truck likes, and so we went back to this setup, and we're back again.
Price was followed by Marion Reno Jr., Josh Kokenauer, Jake Hounsel, and Joe Furjanik in the top 5. His 8th place finish cost Lasky his lead in the points.
You try not to let the points battle affect you. You know it's there. You just got to keep doing your thing. The biggest thing is to come home in one piece, and we didn't do it tonight, and it shows. We're going to pay for it now.
Todd Price now holds a 4-point lead over Lasky. Don't look now, but last year's champ, Marion Reno Jr., is just 20 points behind the leader in 3rd. Josh Kokenauer and Adam Kostelnik round out the top 5 in points for the Tommy Gale Hallmark Trailers Pro Trucks. Coming up next on C2C, we've got the highlights from the PA Legacy Series feature, the Rolling Rock Late Model feature, and we'll take a look at what's coming up tonight at the Laurel Highlands Oval. But first, let's see if you can fill in the gap. Presented by GapGuard.com. If you own a pickup truck, you've got to get to GapGuard.com. Who is the only driver to beat Dink Colarusso in 2003? Is it Roger Onstad, Billy Mostaller, Todd Knight, or June Wine? We'll have the answer coming up right after this on Chase to the Checkered. Race fans, welcome back to Chase to the Checkered. Were you able to fill in the gap? Presented by GapGuard.com. Who is the only driver to beat Dink Colarusso in 2003? Is it Roger Onstad, Billy Mostaller, Todd Knight, or June Wyand? What do you think? You have to go all the way back to May 24th to see someone other than the number 0 in first place in a street stock feature. And that driver was Todd Knight. Dink finished 2nd in that feature, and that was his worst finish of the year. Now, on to the highlights of the PA Legacy Series feature. Series points leader number 24 Jamie Balkovac roared out with the early lead, but number 70 PJ Ehrlich was right behind her trying to make his move. He got some help from the caution flag. Number 13 Chris Brink spun on lap 3 out of turn 2. On the restart lap, turn 2 claimed number 0 Kep Causer, number 53 Lauren Butler, and number 12 Andrew Wiley. When they got going again, Ehrlich used the inside groove to get by Balkovac for the lead. Jamie made a mistake by choosing the outside line. Number 59 Kyle Martell, number 26 Joey Denowitz, and number 4 Brett Boyer lined up like a freight train and sent the Greensburg driver from 2nd to 5th in a heartbeat. After passing Martell for 2nd, Denowitz moved alongside of Ehrlich for a fight for the front, but the 70 fought him off, and PJ stayed out in front. But a caution on lap 19 brought everyone back together. Ehrlich's run at the front ended on the restart as he lost it, spun, and narrowly escaped being collected by the field. Joey Denowitz led after the restart. Number 4, Brett Boyer took second from Kyle Martell. Like a scene from 2002, Denowitz seemed to be running away with the race. But with 1 lap to go, PJ Ehrlich and number 04 Rick Boyer got together in turns 1 and 2. Joey Denowitz took off with the lead on the restart and won the PA Legacy Series feature at Jennerstown Speedway.
My guys have just been awesome. My grandfather, Don Lucas, and crew chief Jim. I mean, these guys are just awesome. They put the best stuff underneath me. All I gotta do is point and shoot.
Racing Rick Boyer for 4th place there. And then just kind of, I think he pinched me off a little bit in the turn. Had nowhere really to go. We hit each other and spun around.
And they come up halfway, 3/4 way down the straightaway and get into the side of you and try to push you up so that they get a better line in the corner. Well, I'm not one to back off, and I'm not ever going to back off. I'm going to give them a lane, and if they can't keep it down there, you know, that's what they got to do.
Denowitz was followed by Kyle Martell, Chris Brink, Brett Boyer, and Jamie Bolkovac in the top 5. Her top 5 finish helped Greensburg's Jamie Bolkovac extend her points lead. Brett Boyer's top 5 finish helped him to leap over his brother Rick for the 2nd place spot. Rick Boyer, PJ Ehrlich, and Kyle Martell are locked up for 3rd. Dave Campbell and Chris Brink round out the top 5. With a handful of races left in 2003, this points race is only going to get hotter. And speaking of hot, it's time for the Rolling Rock late models. Number 1, Chucky Kessler rifled out with the lead when the green fell. Shortly into the race, number 11, Bobby Henry, and number 31, Mark Catone touched fenders as Henry passed Catone for the 2nd place spot. Back in the pack, number 75, Barry Audi, and number 98, Neil Brown were door to door. These are the 2 front runners in a very tight points race. Brown got jammed up behind the lap car of number 9, Jacob Coffin, and Audi moved ahead. It took the 23 laps, but Bobby Henry got by Chucky Kessler for the lead. But zooming up through the field was Barry Audi. The 75 is the current points leader, and he quickly got by Chucky Kessler for 2nd. Henry had built up a nice lead, but 75 was chipping away at it lap by lap. Henry's lead would disappear under a yellow flag brought out on lap 42 as turn 2 claimed number 9 Jacob Coffin and number 35 Brandon Taylor. On an early green, Bobby Henry dropped the hammer and took off with the lead. Three laps later, Audi gave Henry a little tap and went to the inside and dug into turns 1 and 2, passing the Connellsville driver for the lead. Audi survived a late race caution and no one would catch him. Barry Audi won the Rolling Rock late model feature at Jennerstown Speedway. This was the 5th win for the Jenners, Pennsylvania driver.
I just got lucky, cut the lap traffic right and a caution there at the end. I'd have never got Bobby if the caution would have come out.
The car was real good at the start, but I knew Barry was faster. I seen him coming, and I definitely didn't want a caution, and better car won, that's for sure.
I was running hard and making the tires squeal and trying to get the tires where I wanted them. Brother, he's my spotter, and he came across, said be patient and don't ever run yourself. If it wasn't for them guys, I would have probably had it in the wall by then.
Our car there got tight there, and I just couldn't get in the throttle up off the corners, and you know, I knowed I was in trouble, but hey, we mustered up a 4th place. We're happy.
Tommy Beck, Snooky Williams, Mark Poole, Mark Catone, and Mel Wilt round out the top 10 finishers in the Rolling Rock Late Model feature. The win helps Barry Oddie to extend his points lead over Neil Brown by 6 points.
Well, I really don't believe it's a setback. I mean, I don't even know we're 6 points out or whatever. Next week's 200 lapper, a lot of things can happen. I mean, same deal. I was 28 points ahead, and me and Chucky Kessler got together. I mean, Richard Mitchell's here. He has nothing to lose. He's coming next week. So, I mean, and we're all out there to race to win. Nobody goes out there and ride. We got to fix our car. Things can happen. I mean, we're a far cry from being out of it.
Bobby Henry, Mark Catone, and Snooky Williams round out the top 5 point getters in the Rolling Rock Late Model division. Barry Oddie's success has paid off and has moved him into the top 10 of the NASCAR Dodge Weekly Series Northeastern Regional Points. Neil Brown was moved to 11th place. Coming up tonight at Jennerstown Speedway, it's the Wheeler Brothers 200, a 200-lap race featuring the Rolling Rock Late Models. Plus, 4 more NASCAR Weekly Racing Series divisions will be racing. Adult admission for all this action is just $20, with kids 12 and under being admitted for free. Next week, Leader Drugstores presents the Racing of the NASCAR Dodge Weekly Series. I'm Steve Bridger. Thanks for watching Chase to the Checkered. We'll see you right here next week with more motorsports action. But we hope to see you tonight at Jennerstown Speedway.